These might seem harmless, but they could be quietly sabotaging your health. 5. Flavored and roasted nuts, the silent killers. Flavored and roasted nuts might taste amazing, but they often come with a hidden cost to your health. Whether it's honey-roasted peanuts, chocolate-covered almonds, or barbecue-flavored cashews, these processed nuts can quickly turn from a healthy snack into a nutritional disaster. The biggest issue with flavored nuts is their high sugar and salt content. Many flavored varieties are coated in sugar, turning what should be a healthy food into something that spikes blood sugar and contributes to weight gain. Even savory flavors, like barbecue or spicy nuts, contain excessive sodium, which can increase blood pressure and lead to heart problems over time. Another problem is the use of unhealthy oils. Many store-bought roasted nuts are cooked in vegetable oils like soybean or palm oil, which can lead to inflammation and an increased risk of heart disease. Some even contain hydrogenated oils, which are a source of harmful trans fats. Roasting nuts at high temperatures can also reduce their natural nutrient content. Raw nuts contain delicate vitamins and healthy fats, but when they're roasted at high heat, some of those nutrients are lost. This means that even plain roasted nuts aren't as beneficial as their raw counterparts. If you love roasted nuts but want a healthier option, the best thing to do is roast them yourself at home. This way, you can control the amount of oil and salt used. Otherwise, the best choice is to stick with raw or lightly roasted nuts with no added ingredients. Best choice: raw or lightly roasted nuts with no additives. Keep all the nutrients and avoid unhealthy ingredients. Flavored and heavily roasted nuts may seem harmless, but they often contain excess salt, sugar, and unhealthy oils that can lead to weight gain, high blood pressure, and inflammation. The best way to enjoy nuts is to stick to their natural form and avoid the extra additives. Which of these nuts surprised you the most? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Now that we've covered the best and worst nuts, let's wrap things up with some final thoughts on how to make the best choices for your health. You think all nuts are healthy? Think again. While some nuts are superfoods that can boost your heart, brain, and longevity, others are secretly working against you, leading to weight gain, inflammation, and even long-term health risks. In this video, we're revealing the 5 best nuts you should be eating every day and the 5 you need to avoid at all costs. The last one on this list will shock you. So let's dive right in and separate the good from the bad. Welcome to today's video. If you love snacking on nuts or adding them to your meals, you're not alone. Nuts are one of the most popular health foods, packed with good fats, protein, and important nutrients. But here's the truth: not all nuts are good for you. Some can help your heart, brain, and weight, while others can quietly harm your health without you even realizing it. For years, people have been told that all nuts are a great snack. Many believe that because they are natural, they must all be healthy. That's not entirely true. While some nuts are full of benefits, others are loaded with calories, unhealthy fats, and even hidden dangers like mold toxins. Some might be making it harder for you to stay in shape, control blood sugar, or maintain good heart health. So in this video, we're going to clear up the confusion. We'll break down 5 of the best nuts you should be eating every day and 5 you need to avoid or limit. Some of the choices might shock you, especially number 5 on the bad list. It's a nut most people think is completely safe, but it could be doing more harm than good. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which nuts to reach for and which ones to think twice about. You'll also learn how to eat nuts the right way so you get the most benefits without the downsides. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification. We post useful health videos every week and you don't want to miss out. Now, let's dive in and take a closer look at the nuts that can help you live a healthier life and the ones you might want to avoid. 1. Almonds, the heart protector. If you could only pick one nut for heart health, almonds would be at the top of the list. These small but powerful nuts are packed with monounsaturated fats, which are the good kind of fat that helps protect your heart. They work by lowering bad cholesterol, LDL, and raising good cholesterol, HDL, reducing the risk of heart disease over time. If your doctor has ever told you to watch your cholesterol, adding almonds to your diet is one of the easiest ways to help. But the benefits don't stop there. Almonds are also rich in magnesium, an important mineral that many people don't get enough of. Magnesium helps your heart keep a steady rhythm, supports healthy nerve function, and helps control blood pressure. Without enough magnesium, you might experience muscle cramps, irregular heartbeats, or even high blood pressure. Just a handful of almonds a day can help keep your heart strong and your body functioning properly. Almonds are also great for your skin and anti-aging. They contain vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that protects your skin from damage caused by the sun and pollution. Vitamin E helps keep your skin hydrated, reduces wrinkles, and can even help prevent signs of early aging. If you want glowing, youthful skin, almonds are a great natural solution. But before you start snacking away, remember moderation is key. Almonds are calorie-dense, so eating too many can lead to weight gain. A good serving size is about 23 almonds per day. Also, watch out for flavored almonds covered in chocolate, sugar, or honey, as these can turn a healthy snack into a dessert. Best ways to eat almonds: eat them raw or soaked for better digestion. Use almond butter instead of peanut butter for a heart-friendly spread. Blend them into smoothies or oatmeal for a nutrient boost. Almonds are one of the best nuts for your heart, skin, and overall health. Just a small handful a day can make a big difference. Now let's move on to the next nut, which is an absolute game changer for brain health. 2. Walnuts, the brain booster. If you've ever looked closely at a walnut, you might have noticed something interesting. It looks a lot like a brain. And as it turns out, walnuts are one of the best foods for brain health. These nuts are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, particularly alpha-linolenic acid ALA, which helps improve memory, focus, and cognitive function. Studies show that diets rich in omega-3s can lower the risk of Alzheimer's disease and age-related mental decline. But that's not all. Walnuts are also packed with antioxidants, which help protect your brain cells from damage caused by oxidative stress. Over time, oxidative stress can lead to cognitive decline and even contribute to neurodegenerative diseases. By eating walnuts regularly, you're giving your brain an extra layer of protection against aging and memory loss. Another surprising benefit of walnuts is their effect on blood sugar control. If you struggle with blood sugar spikes or insulin resistance, walnuts can help. They have a unique combination of healthy fats, fiber, and protein, which slows down digestion and prevents sudden increases in blood sugar levels. This makes them a great choice for people managing diabetes or pre-diabetes. Walnuts are also great for heart health. Their omega-3s help reduce inflammation, lower bad cholesterol, and improve blood vessel function. A healthy heart means better circulation, and better circulation means more oxygen and nutrients reaching your brain. So in a way, walnuts help your brain by keeping your heart strong too. Best ways to eat walnuts: eat them raw to get the full benefits of their healthy fats. Add them to oatmeal or yogurt for a brain-boosting breakfast. Toss them into salads for extra crunch and nutrition. Walnuts are one of the best nuts for keeping your mind sharp and your body strong. Now, let's move on to a nut that can help with weight control: pistachios. 3. Pistachios, the weight manager. If you love snacking but worry about overeating, pistachios are the perfect solution. Unlike many other nuts, pistachios are lower in calories while still being packed with protein and fiber, two key nutrients that help keep you full longer. That means you can eat a satisfying portion without overloading on calories. One of the best things about pistachios is their built-in portion control. Because they come in shells, you have to take the time to crack each one open before eating. This small act slows down your snacking, making you more mindful of how much you're eating. Research has even shown that people who eat pistachios in shell consume fewer calories than those who eat shelled pistachios. Beyond weight management, pistachios are also great for eye health. They contain lutein and zeaxanthin, two powerful antioxidants that help protect your eyes from blue light damage and age-related macular degeneration. In today's world, where we spend hours staring at screens, eating pistachios can be a simple way to support your vision. Pistachios are also rich in healthy fats and amino acids, which support heart health and blood flow. They can help keep your arteries flexible, reducing the risk of heart disease. Best ways to eat pistachios: choose in-shell pistachios to slow down snacking and prevent overeating. Eat unsalted pistachios to avoid excess sodium. Pair them with fruit or yogurt for a balanced, satisfying snack. Pistachios are the perfect nut for anyone looking to manage their weight while still enjoying a crunchy, delicious snack. Up next, we'll talk about a nut that's small in size but huge when it comes to supporting your thyroid and immune system. 4. Brazil nuts, the thyroid guardian. Brazil nuts might not be as common as almonds or walnuts, but they are one of the most powerful nuts you can eat as long as you don't overdo it. These large, crescent-shaped nuts are the best natural source of selenium, a crucial mineral that plays a big role in thyroid function. Your thyroid is responsible for controlling your metabolism, energy levels, and hormone balance, so keeping it healthy is essential. A selenium deficiency can lead to sluggishness, weight gain, hair thinning, and even mood swings. Since the body doesn't produce selenium on its own, you need to get it from your diet. Just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts a day is enough to meet your selenium needs and keep your thyroid working properly. Beyond thyroid health, Brazil nuts also support immunity. Selenium acts as an antioxidant, helping the body fight inflammation and free radicals. This can protect against chronic diseases, speed up recovery from illnesses, and even slow down the aging process. Brazil nuts also help with hormonal balance, which is especially important as we get older. Selenium plays a role in the production of key hormones that regulate stress, mood, and energy levels. This means Brazil nuts can help improve mental clarity, reduce fatigue, and even support reproductive health. However, with all their benefits, it's important to eat them in moderation. Brazil nuts contain extremely high levels of selenium, and eating too many can lead to selenium toxicity. Symptoms include brittle nails, digestive issues, and even hair loss. The safe limit is 1 to 2 nuts per day. Think of them as a supplement rather than a snack. Best ways to eat Brazil nuts: eat just 1 or 2 nuts per day to avoid excess selenium. Chop them up and sprinkle over yogurt or oatmeal. Blend them into a nut mix for added variety. Brazil nuts are tiny powerhouses that can do wonders for your thyroid and immune system, but remember, a little goes a long way. Now, let's move on to a nut that's all about boosting energy and keeping you fueled throughout the day. 5. Cashews, the energy powerhouse. Cashews are one of the most versatile nuts out there. They have a creamy texture and mild flavor, making them great for everything from snacking to dairy-free alternatives. But beyond taste, cashews are packed with nutrients that support energy levels and overall health. One of the biggest reasons cashews are an energy-boosting nut is their high iron and zinc content. Iron is essential for carrying oxygen through the blood, which helps prevent fatigue and keeps your body functioning properly. Zinc, on the other hand, strengthens the immune system and helps the body fight infections. If you often feel tired or run down, adding cashews to your diet might give you the boost you need. Cashews are also a great source of copper, which plays a role in brain function and nerve health. Copper helps with the production of neurotransmitters, the chemicals that send signals in your brain. This means cashews can support better memory, focus, and mental clarity. Another reason cashews stand out is their creamy texture, making them a fantastic alternative for people looking to cut back on dairy. Many plant-based eaters use cashews to make cashew milk, dairy-free cheese, or creamy sauces. If you're looking for a healthier substitute for heavy cream, cashews are the perfect choice. However, while cashews are incredibly nutritious, they are higher in carbohydrates than most nuts. If you're watching your carb intake, it's best to stick to small portions, about a handful per day. Best ways to eat cashews. Enjoy them raw as a quick energy-boosting snack. Blend them into cashew milk for a creamy, dairy-free alternative. Add them to stir-fries or curries for extra texture and nutrition. Cashews are a nutrient-dense option that can keep your energy levels up, support brain function, and even replace dairy in your diet. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time to do so. Your support helps us create more great content to keep you informed and inspired. Now let's move forward. Up next, let's talk about the 5 nuts you should avoid or at least eat in moderation. Some of these might surprise you, especially number 5. 1. Macadamia nuts, the calorie bomb. Macadamia nuts are often seen as a luxury nut, found in gourmet snacks, chocolates, and even cookies. Their rich, buttery texture makes them irresistible, but if you're trying to stay healthy, they might not be the best choice. The biggest issue with macadamia nuts is that they are extremely high in fat and calories. Just 1 ounce, about 10 to 12 nuts, contains over 200 calories and 21 grams of fat. While most of the fat is monounsaturated, which is good for heart health, the problem is how easy they are to overeat. Because they are soft, mild, and creamy, you can eat a handful without even realizing how many calories you've consumed. Another issue is that macadamia nuts are often coated with sugar, salt, or even butter. Flavored versions, such as honey-roasted or chocolate-covered macadamia nuts, are loaded with added sugars and unhealthy fats, making them more of a dessert than a healthy snack. Even plain macadamias can add up quickly in calories, which can make it harder to manage your weight. While macadamia nuts aren't necessarily bad, they are best eaten in small amounts. If weight management is a concern, you might want to choose lower-calorie nuts like almonds or pistachios instead. These alternatives still offer healthy fats and nutrients, but they keep you full for longer without as many calories. Better alternatives: almonds, lower in calories and rich in protein and fiber. Pistachios, great for weight management and eye health. Macadamia nuts might be delicious, but their high calorie count and ease of overeating make them a nut to eat sparingly. Now, let's talk about a nut that isn't actually a nut: peanuts. 2. Peanuts, the hidden danger. Peanuts are one of the most popular snacks in the world. From peanut butter to roasted peanuts at ball games, they're everywhere. But here's something many people don't realize: peanuts aren't actually nuts. They are legumes, meaning they belong to the same family as beans and lentils. And unlike tree nuts, peanuts come with some serious health concerns. First, peanuts are one of the most common allergens. Peanut allergies can be extremely severe, sometimes leading to life-threatening anaphylactic reactions. Even if you're not allergic, peanuts can still be difficult for some people to digest and may cause inflammation in the body. Another major issue with peanuts is aflatoxin contamination. Aflatoxins are toxic substances produced by mold which can grow on peanuts when they are stored in warm, humid conditions. These toxins have been linked to liver damage and an increased risk of liver cancer. While food safety regulations limit aflatoxin exposure in many countries, it's still a risk, especially if you eat a lot of peanut products. On top of that, many peanut-based products are loaded with unhealthy additives. Most commercial peanut butter contains hydrogenated oils, which are harmful trans fats that can increase the risk of heart disease. Many roasted peanuts are also coated in salt, sugar, or artificial flavorings, making them far from the healthy snack they appear to be. If you love peanut butter or peanuts, the best thing you can do is choose natural peanut butter with no added oils or sugars. Or better yet, switch to a healthier alternative like almond butter or walnuts, which provide similar nutrients without the risks. Better alternatives: natural almond butter, free from unhealthy additives, rich in good fats. Walnuts, packed with omega-3s for brain and heart health. While peanuts are convenient and tasty, their high allergy risk, aflatoxin contamination, and unhealthy processing make them a nut to approach with caution. Up next, let's talk about a nut that might leave a bad taste in your mouth, literally. 3. Pine nuts, the pricey problem. Pine nuts are often used in gourmet dishes, from pesto sauces to Mediterranean salads, and they have a mild, buttery flavor that many people enjoy. But when it comes to everyday snacking, they might not be the best choice. One of the biggest issues with pine nuts is that they are highly perishable. Unlike almonds or walnuts, which can stay fresh for months, pine nuts have a high oil content that makes them prone to turning rancid quickly. If they aren't stored properly in an airtight container in the refrigerator or freezer, they can develop a stale or bitter taste that ruins their flavor. Another unusual downside of pine nuts is something called pine mouth syndrome. Some people who eat pine nuts experience a lingering metallic or bitter taste in their mouth that can last for days or even weeks. While it's not harmful, it can be incredibly frustrating, especially since scientists aren't entirely sure why it happens. It's believed to be linked to certain varieties of pine nuts, but there's no way to predict who will be affected. On top of that, pine nuts lack protein compared to other nuts. If you're looking for a nut that will keep you full, pine nuts aren't your best bet. They are mostly fat and calories with less fiber and protein than almonds or walnuts, meaning they won't curb hunger as effectively. If you enjoy the texture and flavor of pine nuts but want a more nutritious and budget-friendly option, try pumpkin seeds or sunflower seeds instead. They provide more protein, healthy fats, and essential nutrients without the risk of pine mouth syndrome or spoilage. Better alternatives. Pumpkin seeds, higher in protein and packed with magnesium. Sunflower seeds, great for heart health and lower in cost. While pine nuts can add a nice crunch to a dish, they spoil quickly, can cause a strange taste disorder, and aren't the most protein-rich option. If you want a reliable, long-lasting nut, there are better choices out there. Now, let's move on to chestnuts, which are more like a starchy food than a healthy nut. 4. Chestnuts, more starch than nutrition. When you think of chestnuts, you might picture a cozy winter evening with roasted chestnuts on an open fire. They are a seasonal favorite, often found at holiday markets and in traditional dishes. But while chestnuts have a sweet, nutty taste, they don't offer the same health benefits as other nuts. The main issue with chestnuts is that they are low in healthy fats. Unlike almonds, walnuts, or cashews, which are packed with heart-friendly monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats, chestnuts are mostly carbohydrates. In fact, they have more in common with grains and starchy vegetables than with typical nuts. Because of their high glycemic index, chestnuts can cause blood sugar spikes, making them a less ideal choice for people managing diabetes or insulin resistance. Instead of providing steady, long-lasting energy like most nuts, chestnuts break down quickly into sugar, leading to potential crashes in energy levels. Another drawback is their limited protein content. Protein is essential for keeping you full and supporting muscle health, but chestnuts don't offer much of it. If you eat them as a snack, you might find yourself feeling hungry again shortly after. If you enjoy the texture and mild sweetness of chestnuts but want something more nutrient-dense, cashews or walnuts are much better alternatives. They provide healthy fats, protein, and a more balanced nutrient profile while still offering a rich, creamy texture. Better alternatives. Cashews creamy, slightly sweet, and full of essential minerals. Walnuts great for brain and heart health. Chestnuts may be a tasty treat during the holidays, but they don't provide the healthy fats and protein that make nuts so beneficial. If you're looking for a satisfying snack, you're better off choosing a nut that offers more lasting energy and nutrition. Now, let's talk about the worst offenders: flavored and roasted nuts. These might seem harmless, but they could be quietly sabotaging your health. 5. Flavored and roasted nuts, the silent killers. Flavored and roasted nuts might taste amazing, but they often come with a hidden cost to your health. Whether it's honey-roasted peanuts, chocolate-covered almonds, or barbecue-flavored cashews, these processed nuts can quickly turn from a healthy snack into a nutritional disaster. The biggest issue with flavored nuts is their high sugar and salt content. Many flavored varieties are coated in sugar, turning what should be a healthy food into something that spikes blood sugar and contributes to weight gain. Even savory flavors, like barbecue or spicy nuts, contain excessive sodium, which can increase blood pressure and lead to heart problems over time. Another problem is the use of unhealthy oils. Many store-bought roasted nuts are cooked in vegetable oils like soybean or palm oil, which can lead to inflammation and an increased risk of heart disease. Some even contain hydrogenated oils, which are a source of harmful trans fats. Roasting nuts at high temperatures can also reduce their natural nutrient content. Raw nuts contain delicate vitamins and healthy fats, but when they're roasted at high heat, some of those nutrients are lost. This means that even plain roasted nuts aren't as beneficial as their raw counterparts. If you love roasted nuts but want a healthier option, the best thing to do is roast them yourself at home. This way, you can control the amount of oil and salt used. Otherwise, the best choice is to stick with raw or lightly roasted nuts with no added ingredients. Best choice: raw or lightly roasted nuts with no additives. Keep all the nutrients and avoid unhealthy ingredients. Flavored and heavily roasted nuts may seem harmless, but they often contain excess salt, sugar, and unhealthy oils that can lead to weight gain, high blood pressure, and inflammation. The best way to enjoy nuts is to stick to their natural form and avoid the extra additives. Which of these nuts surprised you the most? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Now that we've covered the best and worst nuts, let's wrap things up with some final thoughts on how to make the best choices for your health.